We made a boo-boo. So I apologize. Hello, we are live. Okay, so YouTube is going to have entirely missed that part. So pardon me, let's do this again. So I was saying I have to maintain people's privacy, so I won't be naming names. So this person that I was speaking to, and I'm sorry to Instagram for being redundant, this person I was speaking to, they made a clear distinction in what they called the first chapter of their career versus the second chapter of their career, this next phase that they're entering into. And as they were describing the changes and the differences that they noted between chapter one and chapter two, I pointed out to them it sounded as though they had truly tapped into their flow, right? And essentially came to the realization to be themselves and not create themselves. So, depending on who your point persons are on your team, who your consultants are that are surrounding you, who it is that you're working with, in the beginning, when you're establishing yourself, it does get tempting almost, and not even tempting. It's not necessarily. How do I say this? Okay, so because I don't want to confuse you guys and I want to make the clear distinction between being and creating yourself. So let me slow down, right? So in creating yourself, it's like you're auditioning, right? And there are these steps and you have to be it. Like how I put my clothes on, it's like you have to put on your persona and step into this person. Now, what you run the risk of, right? It's not necessarily true and authentic to yourself, right? And remember, at all times, you're either attracting or repelling something. So, in being something that's not natural to you, you're repelling, right? The things that you would want to be attracting, right? And now the things that you're acquiring aren't going to be lasting. The reason they're not going to be lasting is because you'll be in a constant state of conflict, right? Because everything in and around you is like it's shaky, it's fleeting, right? When you're creating yourself, you're auditioning, right? You're building yourself, uh, who to be, how to be. And this is not to be mistaken with refining yourself, right? This is not to be mistaken with uh, improving yourself and accentuating things about yourself that take it a step up, right? And take you to that next level that accentuate and improve upon what you're already doing. Thanks for the love. Yes. Hello, hello. Okay. Drop a comment. Let me know where you're watching from. Hey, hey, hey. So, being yourself versus creating yourself. It's really quite simple, right? So, in being yourself, that's the time when you feel like you're in your flow, right? And you're doing the things that naturally come up within yourself that you feel compelled to be doing, right? It's when you're not even trying, it's the things that you can't shut off about yourself, if that makes sense. So, when you're creating yourself, you have to constantly remind yourself to put on this face and put on this persona, right? Uh, you might notice it in how you dress. A really good stylist is able to update your wardrobe or give you a different style while still staying within your personality, right? Whereas if you were creating yourself, now you're like, oh my God, I hate this. It's tight, it's uncomfortable, it doesn't fit, right? Because you are creating yourself versus being yourself. When you allow yourself to be, right? When you allow yourself to just be, you tap into this natural flow. Hi, everyone. We're up late. We're up late on YouTube. Miller's Muscle Relief, Miller's Mobile Massage. Shout out to them. They are on. Hello, hello, everyone. So don't mind me. You guys, you know the vibes. I'm looking at multiple cameras and addressing everyone, right? So creating ourselves versus being ourselves, because we are not going to be up again till 2 o'clock in the morning. Last night was fun, and that was a powerful, powerful message. So I actually want to give you guys time to watch the longer message. See how I flow throughout the week? Some are shorter, and then I leave room for these long ones, right? But in being yourself versus creating yourself. So what I'm saying is the creating is the audition. That's when you're super trying, and I'll give you an example. You forget. You constantly catch yourself falling out of the act, falling out of line with what you're trying to be. It feels like you're trying. It's a exhaustive effort. It's beyond just putting forth effort. It's exhausting. It becomes tiring. It's taxing to you. It's taxing mentally because you constantly have to be focusing on, oh, I got to be this thing that I'm not. I have to be this thing other than myself, right? So that's why creating yourself is not to be confused with being yourself and then taking it a level up, bettering yourself, whether it's by way of personal development or maybe a little makeover where you accentuate yourself, right? So being yourself versus creating yourself is two different things. Maybe you've been in a relationship where you found that you had to create yourself, right? So when in a relationship that you found that you were creating yourself, that's when you're people pleasing and you're seeking to be something and do things that aren't authentic to you. And then you're miserable. Because why are you doing it? When you're creating yourself, here we go. When you're creating yourself, right? It's from the standpoint of what do they want of me? And how are they perceiving me? That's what I seek to project. I seek to project based on what they see and what they're experiencing of me versus if I'm just being myself, I'm just in the natural flow. This is who I am. This is how I walk. This is how I speak. This is how I prefer to dress. This is the sound of my voice. This is the sound of my laugh. These are the things I like to do. This is what I like to eat. I'm just being in my flow. I'm not thinking about outside voices. I'm not thinking about other opinions, and I'm just being. I'm showing up every day, and this is what I want. And I'm being. Now, the powerful thing about being, right? You might be running into this thing where you have fear of showing up as yourself. Now, that's something different that you have to really tap in with yourself because that's a confidence issue. That's an identity issue. That's you being uncomfortable within yourself, thinking you have some kind of lack somewhere. I've been there, right? So when you have that feeling like, oh no, there's a deficit, they might not like me if I show up this way. No, you gotta pause and you truly have to trust and you have to see to the other side. And I have a video coming on that too that I recorded today. Uh, after the Gift of Gab Fit session, I had a thought that I said, oh, gotta record this, gotta share this, right? Because when you are being, you're really in this flow, right? And I want you to imagine, I just want you to picture, yes, there is going to be a time, right, within this process. At the start of it, you might look left and right and behind you and in front of you and see no one around. But you have to have patience, right? I'll give you an example using myself. Last night when I was on live, we had a great deal of interaction and it was a whole lot of fun. People were tuned in heavily through YouTube. So shout out to everyone that was tuned in via YouTube, right? Usually it's either people on the Instagram or people on the Facebook sending comments. YouTube was going off last night and highly engaged, sending questions. I'm not sure how they found me, but that was really, really cool, right? So now just imagine if I was seeking to create myself, if I was looking to create Gift of Gab, right? I would be looking to do content like other people or other coaches or other consultants, trying to be like them. And then every single night, I would have to show up stressing and going crazy like, oh, how would this person show up? Oh, I need Tony Robbins energy. And maybe some days I just don't feel like that. So now it's like, oh God, I don't want to do this. Oh God, I don't have the energy, right? Versus if Gab just shows up as herself, right? If I just show up as myself and I just be and I just speak, that's true and authentic to me. I don't have to try, right? When I come on these lives, we're flying off the cuff. I don't rehearse, and there are coaches who would say you should rehearse, right? I don't. I promise you, I don't. Sometimes I have notes. There have been a couple videos that I did where I came on because I had specific things I wanted to touch on, and I had notes. Hey, sis. Oh my gosh, creative arts worshiper. Please, Sister Tasha, please drop your Instagram. I see you are tuned in from Facebook. Yes, be you. Please drop your Instagram so I can name it and I'll show your picture again. Hey, hey, hey. Yes. Okay. So yeah. And I'll use my sis who just came on as an example, right? If she was creating herself, then she's trying to, that would look like, oh, I'm trying to follow a trend, right? And I'm going to do my hair a certain way, and I'm scuba diving on the weekends even though I know I hate the water and I hate the beach, right? She's artistic and poetic and creative, right? So when she's drawing her beautiful drawings, painting her beautiful paintings, I showed one last night that she sent to me. I'll show it again. Okay. So it's Creative Heart Worshipper on Instagram. Check her out. She has a really great blog, so empowering, really great stories. And she has, yes, the Dying to Live blog, right? That's your blog, Dying to Live, and the Creative Heart Worshipper. And she does some really awesome stuff. She does a lot of pieces, and you can even commission her for pieces. So shout out to her, right? She tapped into being herself. But being starts with trusting, because you have to trust, even if no one's rolling with me right now, per se, I'm trusting that I will be enough along the way. I'm trusting that if I just keep doing my thing, eventually my vibe is going to attract my tribe, versus me projecting outwards based on what I think you want and trying to reach and stretch and reach for relationships. No, you don't have to conform. Don't conform to relationships. That's how so many people are miserable in relationships, in careers. That's where it begins, not being true and authentic to yourself. And throughout a lot of these messages, I keep saying, I keep bringing up this point that in times in my life when I was so busy seeking to keep the peace outside of myself, right? There became a war going on inside of myself, because the ideologies on the inside and the outside were inevitably colliding, right? So you'll be so busy keeping the peace outside of yourself. Oh, I think this is what they want me to be. I think this is the career they want me to go into. I think this is how they want me to be, how they want me to dress, or, where I should hang out, or whatever it is, the job I should work, whatever it is, right? The school I should go to. But is that true and real and authentic to you, right? So I encourage you to be versus creating yourself. And that's even in starting your business, right? They say the majority of small businesses fail within the first 5 years. I think something that attributes to that also is not just mismanagement of money, not just issues with marketing and getting started. I truly believe a lot of things just fall through the cracks naturally because people just go through that trial and error phase and come to realize, you know what? I thought I wanted to do this, but this isn't really me. I thought this was the way to go because that was the trend. I went into this because I thought this way was the way to go to make more money. I thought that I would guarantee have success because I saw this other person having success in it, but that's not necessarily how it's going to work for you. So I encourage you to focus on being and not creating. Have faith in knowing that your vibe and who you're being is going to attract your tribe. You don't want people around you for the wrong reasons, right? You don't want, I mean, Regardless, people will seek to be around you for their own personal stuff. However, what I'm saying is those people, those kinds of people aside, right? Not even getting into that, that's a whole different discussion. You take ownership of who you're being so that you can more likely attract the people that are for you, and have trust in that. Have trust in knowing that you are enough. Let me put up her Instagram name. Okay. Yes. That is sis. That is her IG name. Follow her, support her. She is awesome. So I thank you guys so much. This has been fun. I love you the most. I hope you enjoyed this message this evening. Yes, I love that. Your vibe will attract your tribe. Absolutely. Absolutely. And the same thing goes, the same as in life is the same as in business. You don't want to attract a bunch of customers that you don't want to work with anyway. You're going to be miserable in your business now. Now you attracted all these people that you don't even want to deal with, right? All because you went out of your way thinking, oh, I have to cater to them. Things are so much better, and the flow, life will just be, and it'll be, it is what it is, right? Easy breezy, right? You can tell. Can you tell I'm in my element? Can you tell? Do I look like I'm stressed and pressed and super trying hard and, oh my God, I hope I please them? No. But that was something, it took time. So I want you to feel encouraged, right? That you too can take the time and figure out what it is that you want. If you're having trouble uh, being able to communicate to yourself and write it down on paper or write it in your journal, what do I want? What's my vision for my life? What's my vision for myself? Then you need to spend more time with yourself, because that means you've been surrounding yourself and just drowning yourself in other people's opinions. And that happens too also when you feel kind of confused and you're figuring yourself out. So you kind of go to people like, what do you think, and what do you think, right? It happens. Don't feel bad about it, but trust in taking that quiet time for yourself to get to know yourself, to address your wants, to address your needs, to address your vision for yourself. Natasha Hill said, definitely can tell. Thank you. Yes, this is years of work in progress, I tell you. Years of work in progress. So I thank you guys so much. I wanted to keep this short, as I said. So enjoy the rest of your evening. Get some rest. Oh, I want to shout out. I don't want to say it wrong. 1 second. Boop, 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 boop. I have it on another device. 1 second. There is a pop-up going on today, Saturday, because now it's after midnight, at Kings Plaza Mall. So this Saturday and this Sunday, there is a pop-up going on, and I want to shout out this business. Go check them out because I'll be doing some work with them. Exciting. And I didn't want to say the name backwards, sideways, and all that stuff. So that's why I looked it up to be specific. So they are called Luxurious Seduction, and they have a range of makeup for women. They have amazing candles. Let me see. Can I show the picture? Look at me. I mean, really, it's beautiful. Let's see if you can see this. Are you able to see? Can you guys see on Facebook? Ooh, and like, it's just so beautiful. It looks different. Pardon my nails. Your girl still needs to get her nails done. Okay. Ooh, good. So both can see, right? So the candles are just beautiful. That's just one of them. That one is called Heartless Soul. The owner will be there. She'll be on site. You can talk to her. Let her tell you the story. Come back and tell me the story. If you pop up there, let me know. I'll give you a Juneteenth shirt, okay? So if you pop up there, let me know. I got some Juneteenth shirts that I am giving away. And then she's got beautiful collection of makeup. So you're welcome to check them out on Instagram, right? I don't think they'll mind that I showed those. Those images are on Instagram. So on Instagram, they are Lux_seduction, and you can check them out. Oh my gosh, beautiful stuff, beautiful stuff. And skincare for men and women is coming soon. And I know they do some other things for men, but you have to pardon me because I don't have the full-fledged list and I am just getting onboarded with the team. And I have some other really exciting things. My daughter and I were selected to do a mommy and me shoot. So that's going to be exciting. And I have another brand that will be onboarding me onto the team. So not even just saying this is my client, but it'll be team, rolling with the team. So that'll be really exciting to debut that to you guys. It's until then, and I will let you know. But I'm really excited because it's a sports related brand. So I'm really, really excited. And I love their work. I love what they're doing. And I was asked to be a part. So I'm excited. I'm excited. Everyone needs a Gab on their team. You know, I'm the networking ninja. So it's going down. So listen, that's my updates. Okay. That's my updates. Next week, I put it out. We'll be going live next week, 4 p.m. Let's see how this goes. So that went up, and I'll continue putting that post up, making sure that it's in all the right spaces and places. Pardon me, because I have social media content managers that are onboarding right now. So when they are like on and ready to go, and all things are done and ink is dry, what will happen is my private messages, aka the DMs, they will be in there heavy. Okay, so don't send anything personal this way anymore. Everything is transferring over, as I've been saying, and you'll see the comments and stuff. I'll be in the comments heavily, but at least I have some help with some heavy lifting, and yeah, some great things coming. What else? What else did I want to say? I think that's it for the updates. I don't want to tell too much. Gift of Gab Fit kicked off. I want to thank everyone that joined me in that. So if you haven't seen the post, check that out. Gift of Gab Fit. So there will be more nutrition coming up. We have in-person and virtual workouts. So if you're interested in that, listen, it's time. It's time to work out. This is the sign that you've been waiting for. And the podcast. So you should see a podcast episode drop, I believe this weekend. I don't want to tell stories, see, but definitely recorded that. So I'm excited, and I want to hear you guys' feedback per usual, and you let me know what you think. Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much. It's your girl, Gabrielle, Gift of Gab White. This is the Gift of Gab Daily, where we talk lifestyle and livelihood. And you let me know. Keep me posted what you think. Keep sending me topics. Keep asking me questions. You need prayer. You need advice. Hit your girl up. I got you. I will be keeping you encouraged. Your online bestie. I love you guys the most. I apologize, Facebook. I hope the video doesn't come all cuckoo bird crazy. Kind of started you guys off late, but you can go to @GW The Voice on Instagram. I'll even post a comment. And here we go. @GW The Voice. Boom, shakalaka, right? And you can check that out so you can catch up, especially those of you on YouTube. Add me on Instagram, follow me. I interact, I comment, I like, I follow back. I appreciate all the love. We are going and growing through this together. Okay? So I'll see you soon. I love you the most. I really do. I really do. I love you so much.